Welcome back. Have you ever wondered why some people instantly command respect the moment they walk into a room? They aren't necessarily the smartest, the richest, or the best looking. But when they speak, people listen. When they ask for something, people want to give it to them. The secret isn't magic. It's psychology. Most of us were taught to speak in school, grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure. But nobody taught us communication. Nobody taught us how to connect, how to influence, and how to make people feel truly understood. Today, I'm going to share with you 12 advanced communication techniques. These are not your standard make eye contact tips. These are psychological tools used by the world's best negotiators, leaders, and social magnets. By the end of this video, you will have a toolkit that will change the way the world responds to you. Let's dive in. Technique number 1 is the you paradigm. Human beings are biologically wired to be self-focused. It's a survival mechanism. We care about our safety, our gain, our feelings. Now, most people communicate from their own perspective. They say, "I have a great idea," or "I want to sell you this product." But a master communicator flips the script. They stop using I, me, and my, and start using you. Instead of saying, "I think this plan is brilliant," say, "You are going to love this plan because it saves you time." See the difference? The meaning is the same, but the focus has shifted. When you make your message about the listener, about their benefit, their ego, their life, you become magnetic. Stop being the hero of the story, make them the hero. Technique number 2 is a trick used by therapists and FBI negotiators. It's called parroting. We all want to be heard. But most people in a conversation are just waiting for their turn to speak. Parroting is the art of repeating the last 1 to 3 words the other person just said, but with a curious, questioning tone. Let's say a friend says, "I am just so exhausted with my boss lately." Instead of giving advice, you simply say, "Your boss." They will immediately elaborate and say, "Yeah, he keeps micromanaging me." You say, "Micromanaging you?" This does 2 things. First, it proves you are listening deeply. Second, it encourages them to open up without you having to do any heavy lifting. It makes you the most empathetic person in the room, effortlessly. Technique number 3 is the story hook. The human brain is not designed to remember data, it is designed to remember stories. If you want to grab attention, never start with dry facts. Start with a hook. If you are in a meeting, don't just say, "Our sales are down 10%. Instead, say, "Last week, I met a client who told me something that kept me up at night." Suddenly, everyone is leaning in. They want to know what the client said. They want to know why you couldn't sleep. Stories bypass the logical brain and hit the emotional brain. Once you have their emotion, you can give them the facts. Always hook them with a story first. Technique number 4 is energy matching. Have you ever met someone who was super high energy, loud, and excited, while you were feeling calm and quiet? It's annoying, right? You feel a disconnect. People trust those who are like them. When you enter a conversation, take 2 seconds to read the room. What is their pace? What is their volume? If they are slow and thoughtful, you slow down. If they are fast and energetic, you speed up. Match their energy first to build rapport. Once you are in sync, then you can lead the energy to where you want it to go. But you must meet them where they are first. Technique number 5 is the callback. This is how you make people fall in love with talking to you. Most people forget what you tell them 5 minutes after you say it. But a master communicator remembers. If someone mentions they have a sick dog on Tuesday, and you see them on Friday, don't just say hi. Ask, "Hey, how is your dog doing?" This seems small, but psychologically, it is massive. It tells the other person, "I see you. You matter to me. I listened." In a world where everyone feels ignored, being the person who remembers the small details makes you unforgettable. Technique number 6 comes from the legendary Dale Carnegie. He said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language." Use people's names. Not in a creepy, repetitive way, but strategically. When you want to emphasize a point, or when you want to bring their wandering attention back to you, say their name. I think that's a great point, Sarah. What do you think, Michael? Hearing our own name triggers a dopamine release in the brain. It instantly validates us. Use it wisely, and you will command their full attention. Technique number 7. Stop saying just thank you. We say thank you so much that it has lost its meaning. It's automatic. It's filler. To truly connect, you must say the why. Don't just say, "Thanks for the report." Say, "Thank you for this report. The way you organized the data really saved me a lot of time today." When you attach the reason to the gratitude, it stops being politeness and starts being appreciation. It makes the other person feel that their specific effort was noticed and valued. Technique number 8 is the humor switch. Look, life is serious. Business is stressful. If you can be the person who breaks the tension, you win. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian. You just need to be willing to be human. A little self-deprecating joke or a light-hearted comment signals confidence. Only a relaxed, confident person can joke under pressure. When people laugh, their defenses come down. They trust you more. If you can make them smile, you can make them listen. Technique number 9 is for boundaries. It's called the broken record technique. This is for when you need to say no to someone who won't take no for an answer. Usually, when we say no, we offer excuses. We say, "I can't come because my car is broken." The other person will just say, "I'll pick you up." Instead, pick one phrase, like, "I simply can't make it tonight." If they push, repeat it calmly. "I understand, but I simply can't make it tonight." Don't get angry. Don't add new excuses. Just repeat your boundary like a broken record. Eventually, they will respect the consistency and back off. Technique number 10 is subtle but powerful. Mirror their vocabulary. We all have specific words we like to use. If a client tells you they are looking for a bold and fearless design, don't tell them you made a strong and brave design. Use their words. Say, "Here is the bold and fearless solution you asked for." This is called verbal mirroring. When they hear their own words coming out of your mouth, they subconsciously feel that you are on the same wavelength. It creates instant alignment. Technique number 11. Stop asking "How are you?" or "How is the weather?" It's boring. It leads to dead-end conversations. Instead, use trend surfing. Bring up something current, viral, or relevant. Did you see that new AI tool released yesterday? Can you believe the traffic caused by the game last night? This gives you immediate common ground. It makes you look informed, modern, and interesting. It saves the other person from the awkwardness of small talk. And finally, technique number 12. The most underused tool in communication, silence. We are terrified of silence. We rush to fill every gap. But powerful people use silence as a highlighter. Before you say something important, pause. And after you say something important, pause again. Let the words land. Let the listener process the weight of what you just said. Silence creates suspense. It commands authority. If you can be comfortable in silence, you will control the room. So there you have it. 12 techniques to transform your communication. The U focus, parroting, story hooks, energy matching, calling back, names, specific gratitude, humor, the broken record, vocabulary mirroring, trend surfing, and strategic pauses. You don't have to use all of them at once. Pick one. Try it tomorrow. See how people react. Communication is a skill, not a talent. And now, you have the tools to master it. Thanks for watching Digital Stories and Motivational. If you found value in this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more masterclasses on life skills. See you in the next one.